We're ready.
What's up everybody, welcome in Brazil for the final round of the championship. As we are about to make our way to the grid on the option tires, I was looking forward to this race. Firstly because I have great memories of some really good battles at this track, and secondly, securing second place in the championship meant the pressure was off and I could just go out there and enjoy the race. Let's see how we get off the line from P4 on the grid.
We're expecting you to finish in the top 5 today. Good luck.
As the lights are coming up. And the lights are out, we are on the way at Interlagos, and you can see Greg Don't Lie tries to defend from Aerodan 27 into turn 1, but the Mercedes driver takes the lead of this race as we are alongside the Sauber driver Mars 611. Can we take his position? No, it seems that he just gets a good exit out of turn 3 here, and on the rundown to turn 4 we are just going to slot in behind him from now, as Gonna Gamble is right on the back of us, but going to have a look behind us, and you can see there has something taken place behind me, and maybe an incident or a mistake, I'm not sure, but RaceDepartment seems to have moved up into 5th place, and we are just following Mas around as we skip ahead to the end of the lap, and Mas almost in the wall there. It seems that he had contact there a little bit with the wall and bounced off it, and we are taking his place around the outside, braking for turn 1, so we are moving up to 3rd place. And there's no real rush. This is going to be a long race, and I feel patience is going to be the key as Mars 611 takes the position back right away on the inside of us, braking for turn 4 there. But as I said, patience is important, and we still have a long race ahead of us, and we are mainly going to focus on consistency as we skip ahead to the start of lap 6 here. You can see the front runners are starting to pull a gap to me, but it seems that Greg Don't Lie, even though he sets the fastest lap of the race, he was off there at turn 1. I guess he made a mistake or had an incident, but he is going to lose a lot of time because of this, obviously, as we are about 1.4 seconds behind Mas now, up into 3rd place, with RaceDepartment moving up into P4. And as we skip ahead to the end of lap 9, you can see the gap to Mas is now 2.3 seconds, and Greg Don't Lie caught up right on the back of us now. He is only 0.4 of a seconds behind us. Will he make a move down into turn 1, or maybe wait and get the DRS on us? Surely, as we are now entering the braking zone, and you can see the arrow there is just shooting past there, and it seems that Greg Don't Lie again made a mistake and went off there, as his teammate is right on the grass there on the right hand side of the track. It was a bit hard to see as he was behind an advertising board there, but I'm not sure what happened to him, but he is dropping back obviously. And we are moving up to 2nd place now, 3.8 seconds behind the race leader Aerodan 27, and about 4.4 seconds ahead of Greg Don't Lie. Now skipping ahead to the end of the stint, and I was pretty consistent for a change. Usually I'm dropping back a little bit when the tires are worn, but after 15 laps on these options, I feel it's time to come in for my first stop here, and I'm basically following Aerodan 27 in the pits here for his first stop as well. We are going for the option tires as Greg Don't Lie decides to stay out, and we are going to come out in 3rd place it seems. I was going for a 3-stop strategy this race. I felt that the 2-stopper was possible, but a bit risky, and of course more chance to get a puncture, but also not particularly quicker in my view, as I was going to try an option prime option strategy, and now 2.8 seconds behind 1027. I put the fuel back to mix 2, as I feel it's wise to save some fuel, as I get a radio message that Dan 27, the Mercedes driver ahead of me, is going for the prime tires this stint. So we will maybe have a little advantage in terms of the tire during this stint. And as you can see, we are going purple on lap 18, setting the fastest lap of the race so far, and we are slowly catching up with the Mercedes driver ahead of us. And as you can see, we are now closing in and going to try and get in the DRS zone. And I had some really good pace going on here on these options with Greek Don't Lie about 4 seconds behind us. And as we are going to come up to the final sector now, and just looking at the screen, you can see I'm visibly closing in on the Mercedes driver, and I have definitely an advantage here because of my option tires compared to the prime tires of Dan 27, but it felt good to be able to keep up with the Mercedes driver. Again going purple, 0.6 of a second behind him, as Greek Don't Lie is about 3.8 seconds behind us, and setting another fastest lap of this race with a 1:14.0, braking for the chicane here. We are well within 1 second of Dan 27, and surely getting the DRS this lap. We are going to try and take the lead of this race on the inside as we are on the rundown to turn 4 here, braking now and making that stick and getting past Dan 27 for the lead.
Fantastic maneuver.
Skipping ahead to the following lap, and as you can see, Dan 27 is going to get the DRS on us, and of course we had to keep an eye on Greek Don't Lie behind us, who was not that far behind. And if we are going to take some defensive lines like I am taking here at turn 4 and running wide a bit slightly, that's basically the first mistake of my race so far, and Dan 27 can take the lead back there. We have to keep an eye on Greek Don't Lie, as he might take advantage of us battling, as we now skip ahead to the start of lap 25, and we are going to get the DRS on Dan 27, but you can see that Greek Don't Lie is closing in on us. He has indeed taken advantage of us battling it out here, and he's only 1.3 seconds behind us as we get really close to the Mercedes driver now, as Aerodan went a bit wide there at turn 4, and we're right alongside him, but we back out of that one. We don't want to make that too risky and cause an incident, and there's no point really to battle too hard. Of course, there are still a lot of laps to go as we are closing in on the halfway point of the race, and as we are now on the end of lap 26 here, you can see it's pretty much a 3-horse race for the victory here, with on the map a clear gap to the field behind us, and it's going to be between the 3 of us. And I was scheduled to make my second pit stop at lap 31, but as you can see from the map, Greek Don't Lie has just peeled off in the pits, and he is going to try and go for the undercut on us, as we are getting the DRS on Dan 27 and taking the lead here on lap 27. So we are back in the lead of this race, but Greek Don't Lie making an interesting decision here, going for an early stop and tries to get the jump on us that way. As we now are coming to the end of lap 31, you can see that I've managed to keep the lead from Dan 27 at the end of the stint, and we are looking to get some new tires here and come in for our second stop of the race. This time going for the prime tires, as Aerodan 27 of course is staying out on his primes and going to do a couple of more laps on them than us probably. And we are going to come out in P3 it seems, as Greek Don't Lie has indeed made the undercut work, and I felt it was a smart move by the Sauber driver. to back out of the battle between us and just go for a different strategy. And he is 8 seconds ahead of us, with the Holy Sam about 34 seconds behind us in P4. Skipping ahead now to the start of lap 36, and you can see Dan27 is in the pits for his second stop. Are we going to come out ahead of him or behind him? That's the question. Now coming around the pit exit here and ahead of the Mercedes driver in second place. So Dan27 now probably on some fresh set of tires and 1.6 seconds behind us, while we are about 11 seconds behind Greek Don't Lie. Skipping ahead now already to lap 40, and you can see Greek Don't Lie is having some good pace going on. He's about 15 seconds up the road, and Dan27 has caught up with me. He's in the DRS and he makes that stick up into second place, down into turn 4 here, and we are falling back a little bit. And as we skip ahead to the start of lap 48, I was not really able to keep up with the race leader at this stage of the race, and in this stint I lost about 5 seconds to Greek Don't Lie and Dan27, who were having a battle up front. But suddenly Greek Don't Lie destroys his vehicle there. I'm not sure what happened to the Sauber driver, but that means he's out of this race. And I move up to second place as the safety car is deployed, and I'm not sure if that's really good for us, as I was having a little bit of fuel problems. As you can see, I'm minus 1 lap of fuel, and we are of course taking the opportunity to get a free pit stop here, going for the prime tires with about 23 laps to go, and coming out behind Dan27, who makes the same decision and goes for the primes as well. But of course we are going to be right on the back of the Mercedes driver on the restart. But as you can see, the Holy Sam was about 48 seconds behind us, and he will also be right on the back of us, including a couple of more eager drivers looking for a podium here. Meanwhile, Indrexen has joined the back of us as we lose connection to the Holy Sam. That's the end of his race. Unfortunately, he disconnected there, and that means that RaceDepartment is going to be up into third place now, and he is behind us for the restart. But it seems that Indrexen, his teammate, was lapped by the race leader, so he is between us for the restart, and that gives us some breathing space to RaceDepartment. But as you can see, Dan27 has a great restart here, and he's already out of that 1 second window, and he's looking to pull away. Probably saved a lot more fuel than us at the start of this race, and now 1.4 seconds with 2.3 seconds to RaceDepartment behind us. It was going to be a little bit scary with my lack of fuel, I think, towards the end of the race, and I was not really able to save fuel, of course, now that I have to keep the gap open to RaceDepartment. RaceDepartment managed to close in. As you can see, we skip ahead now to lap 55, and he's 0.5 of seconds behind us. He's closing in. He's actually within the DRS zone of 1 second, but the gap went up to 0.9 seconds here, and we are about 4 seconds behind Dan27, so it seems we are not able to challenge him for the victory coming towards the end of the race. We were keeping up with the Mercedes driver for most of the first part of the race, and especially in the middle stint where we were on the option tires. But he's clearly got the upper hand in this one, and if he's not making major mistakes, he will probably look to win this race. And we are going to try and defend second place here, as suddenly RaceDepartment falls back a little bit there. 2.7 seconds the gap now, so I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he had an off or a little mistake there, but that gave me some crucial breathing space, and he fell in a battle with Bessa and Tedger, I believe, for 3rd place, and that might have cost them some time. I was at least able to extend the gap there to about 8 seconds now as we are crossing the line here to start the final lap of this race, and we are about 14 seconds behind Dan 27, so Mercedes driver was about a second a lap quicker than us in the final stand, and we were not able to challenge him, but looking to finish the season on a high, it seems, with a podium, if we can keep it together on this lap, and I think I can be happy with 2nd place here. Sauber drivers Greg Don't Lie and Moss looked really quick this weekend, especially in qualifying, but I was really consistent and it paid off
the car behind may struggle to keep up with the pace, especially if they have to dial their engine down.
It seems that I continue my good record at this track as we are coming up to the final sector of the season. It was far from easy, and I was actually struggling a bit at the first part of the season, but I am very happy to make it successful in the end as Aerodan 27 wins the final round of the championship, and I'm bringing the car home in 2nd place. These are the full race results. Aerodan 27 wins the final race of the season and myself in 2nd place. Red Tabor completes the podium, followed by Tadger, Beza, Gonna Gamble and Kex 35. Not finishing the race are Indrexen, The Holy Sam, Greek Don't Lie, Moss and Dan 27's Massa. And these are the final standings. Greek Don't Lie becomes the new champion of F1, myself in 2nd place as I continue my record of finishing in the top 2. A good job by Red Tabor to finish 3rd ahead of Aerodan 27. So Solid beats his teammate Bessa by 1 point. Then comes Indrexen, The Holy Sam, Tadger, Woody, Dan 27's Massa, Moss and Kex 35. And the drivers facing relegation are Gonna Gamble, TNG Platinum and Nick the Greek. As we have come to an end of the season, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope to see you all back for season 4. We will have 3 new drivers from GP2 joining the usual suspects, and it promises to be another great season. Be on the lookout for my season highlights video coming soon. I appreciate all the likes, comments and subscribe to my channel for more F1 videos.